So I'm Brad, I own Forge Construction, and we also split off and started Forged Excavation just to kind of handle our own needs, and then now we've expanded to handle other people's needs. Growing an excavation company, I think you're really gonna have to lean hard on rental equipment for a bit, and that comes with some pre-planning, right? You gotta set it up for the dates that you need it, but also too, you can kind of titrate your rental needs to the actual jobs that you're doing. And then I've noticed once you purchase a piece of equipment, you start doing more jobs with maybe the slightly less ideal piece, but you own it. And so that sort of pre-planning kind of needs to go into what it is you buy. So this is our first mini excavator that we bought that was a 305. So we previously had a Case 160 that we did for all of our big excavation projects. And then when we needed a mini, we just rented it out. And I think that was a good decision for us because when we bought, we were buying the more expensive piece and kind of knocking that one out of play. And then the rental of mini excavators was not constant. It happened very regularly, but it wasn't constant. The 305 that we chose was a really good option for us because it's the largest mini excavator that I can haul without a CDL. And that's a really great benchmark to stay beneath. And this one came with the ease of use technology as well, which is great to kind of eliminate that guy needing to run a grade stick. The size of it is really able to get a lot of work done, and yet we still fit some tight spaces. There's still a need for us every now and then we'll rent like a Bobcat E20 to get into something really tiny, but we're really able to do a lot of our excavations of utilities and septics and just get it all done with this one. The 160 is really great when we're doing the mass digging out of the foundation, but once you get done with that volume, we want some precision, right? I'm digging utility trenches. I don't want to dig big, wide utility trenches, or I just want to dig a tidy, small utility trench. And in this case, I've got the perfect size bucket for my septic system. I've got a 3-foot tooth bucket. I've got a grading bucket. I got a 2-foot bucket. All of these little attachments allow us to use the right tool for the right process of what we're doing. And it just makes things more efficient because we're not over digging and we're not under digging. We're not digging double with a, you know, sometimes guys will dig with big wide 4-foot bucket, or they're double digging with a 2-foot bucket. I hate doing that. I really want the right tool for the job. And so spending extra on buckets and attachments are really a great way to spend your money to save yourself time when you're purchasing that equipment. Okay, so 2 times a year, we're gonna rent a bulldozer. I don't use a dozer all year long. We'll own one someday, but it's also a great option to keep your capital and build the company while you're purchasing other equipment that you're gonna use constantly. And this item, we rent it out for a big block at the beginning of spring to cut in all our roads, and then we'll return it, and then we'll get it back for another month or maybe 2 months as we kind of get towards the end of summer to finish out a whole bunch of projects that maybe sat for a minute to get a final grade. So we'll use it in chunks of time, and I pre-plan and set aside those rentals with our supplier. But buying a $200,000 bulldozer right up front when you're not going to use it every day isn't the best place to put your money.